G'day guys, today I want to talk about two separate issues that are kind of feeding the same issue. It's today's vlog. Okay, so issue number one for me today is it's Wednesday today, and on Saturday I have my next amateur fight, my next boxing match. And the thing I love about boxing is the thing I hate about boxing, and that is just how much it messes with my head, both good and bad, and how that can change, in a day, in an hour. Like last night, I went into the gym and I trained really, really hard. Felt great going in, felt great coming home. Felt really confident. Thought, yep, I've done everything I can. I'm totally ready. If I don't win, I don't win. But I can't do anything else now. I've done everything I can do. Wake up this morning, boom, man. It's like, no, you can't win. You haven't done enough work. You're not good enough. You're bludging, you're this, you're that, and it's just such a fucking roller coaster. That is good and bad, right? It's good when I feel really great about it. I'm confident. It gives me a sense of self-confidence that is really helpful for me with my mental health and everything else. But then I can just as easily drift into the, no, you're not as good and whatever. And the funny thing is, like right now at 4 p.m. on Wednesday before a Saturday night fight, I am like, dude, you gotta pull out. You're nowhere near ready. You're nowhere near good enough. You can embarrass yourself and whatever. And I know, really, in my rational brain, I know that later on tonight or tomorrow morning or tomorrow after, I'll be like, nope, I'm ready. I'm gonna kick some ass. I've done everything I can and whatever. It's just such an up and down kind of thing. I think everyone goes through that. I think amateurs and pros alike in every sport. That self-doubt really is very strong with me. And I don't want to embarrass myself. I don't want to fail in front of 500 people. And it's just kind of that up and down thing that I'm not loving, that I don't love. But anyway, we'll see how we go on Saturday night. The other issue that I want to talk about today actually blends into that issue too, because it's all about how we feel about ourselves, and how we kind of rate ourselves and rate our value and our worth. I want to show you a little thing that somebody sent me yesterday, which I've seen before online, but it's pretty interesting.
Let's have one more question. We had this person at the back in the stripes. Let's hear from you.
During the dating period, after like 4 or 5 months of dating, I just wondering at what point do you have to pay, did the woman have to pay when they go out? The guy is asking that there should be half and half at that point when you already...
At what point?
When you already been dating for 4 or 5 months.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, okay, to give you a quick answer on, firstly, I think we should just deal with the who should pay thing to begin with. When you're on a date, who should pay?
I know. I mean, that's what I told them. I'm sorry.
But
I would say, I'm dating. We're dating.
But here's the
gentleman here.
Okay. He's supposed to pay.
Yeah, that's what I told him.
But you're supposed to have sex with him whenever he says.
No. Whenever Walt
where does this double standard come from? I'm sorry, it's the reality. You guys you can moan at it all you want, but the moment you say to a guy, you have to fucking pay for my time, you're saying this relationship isn't equal. This relationship isn't equal. My time is worth more than yours, so you should pay for it. I wonder what paradigm that sets up. Here's my view. If you go on a date with a guy and you don't offer to pay your share, you weren't taught right. If you go on a date and he doesn't pay, he wasn't taught right. I can tell you right now, if I was dating someone and they never offered to pay, I wouldn't be dating them. I can tell you that now. If they never offered to pay, I would not be dating them because I'd say, this is the most polite they're ever going to be. And they're not even trying to pay now. What does that say about my future? But look, let me come at this from a different angle. I will always treat my partner how I would treat my best friend. And I wouldn't apply a different standard to my partner than my best friend. I wouldn't say to my best friend, let's always go out to dinner and you always pay. I'd say, let's be teammates here in whatever way we can. And maybe, by the way, proportionately, what you can do is less than what he can do. That's a different thing. If he says to you, I want to go stay at the top hotel in Big Sur this weekend, and it's $1,500 a night, and you say, I don't have the money. It's his job to say, it doesn't matter. I didn't do it so you could pay. I did it because I want to go and I want to take you. Great. That's what that is, right? Or if you both agree to go on holiday and you have a fifth of his earning potential, you say, I want to contribute to a fifth of this holiday. It's overly simplistic, but you get what I'm saying, right? I'll contribute on the level I can contribute. Let me tell you what means something to a guy. Trying. That means something to a guy. When he feels that you're not even trying to contribute, that's when he feels used. Because any guy who's really confident and self-respecting, if the woman never is even trying to contribute, he feels like he's being taken advantage of. And it has nothing to do with money. It has to do with the lack of gesture. So I would be looking at, if you like this guy, maybe if you're in different positions, figure out what you want to contribute proportionately or what you can contribute proportionately and treat him as you would your best friend.
Okay, so whether or not you agree with that really doesn't matter, because somebody thinks that and asks that question and somebody else responds to that question that way. And you might not ask that question or you might respond to it differently, but I think it all comes down to how we value ourselves. Not how we value our partner who may or may not pay for dinner or whatever else, but what is our worth? You know, why aren't we at the top of our ladder, at the top of our pyramid of care and love and attention? Why do we put a whole lot of people before us, before ourselves? And this is the basis of the book I've just released. Actually, It Is All About Me, is all about how to put yourself back up to the top of that pyramid. And it's hard, right? I have 4 children. I have the mother of those children to consider. I have my own family, my siblings, my dad, and my extended family, and my friends. And somehow I have to rank all of those people in terms of how much attention and love and direction they get from me. And more often than not, despite myself, I'm putting those people ahead of me. And I just don't think it's a great idea for a couple of reasons. First of all, eventually, somebody who you've always put above you in that pyramid is going to actually need you. Is going to actually need your support and your love and your attention. And if all you've done for years and years and years is put that person above you, and then they're asking again for your help, there's going to be some fatigue there. There's going to be some resentment there. And I don't want that. I don't want to resent somebody who needs me when they need me, right? But the bigger issue is if we don't put ourselves first, if we don't think that we are worth more and have greater value than other people might give us, then why would they give us that greater value? You know, don't come to me and tell me how these people always treat you badly, or this person doesn't think of you enough, or this person doesn't give you what you deserve, if you don't actually put your hand up and ask for what you deserve, if you don't put yourself high enough in your own esteem and your own estimations to be able to say, listen, you're treating me badly. I don't like that you've done this. I don't like that you do this. I want you to think more about me. When you said this, I felt this. Whatever it might be, like, you can't blame somebody who treats you poorly all the time if you never, ever, ever say, hey, that's not okay. I would like you not to do that. Please don't say that about me. Please don't do that. Please consider me more. We can't, these people aren't mind readers. You can't just expect somebody to get you and love you and give you what you need if you won't actually ask for it. And I think more and more and more people just won't have their needs met. They won't ask to have their needs met. And then when their needs aren't met, they resort to some passive aggressive bullshit of not actually saying, hey, when you said that, it made me feel this and I don't like it. Or I wish you wouldn't do that. Or could we talk about this and maybe get better at this, or whatever it might be. Now, I am not a relationship counselor in any fucking imagination, right? In any stretch of an imagination. But I do know one thing about myself. If I let somebody treat me poorly consistently, then that is on me. 100% straight up. If somebody treats me poorly and I never say anything about it, that's on me. If somebody doesn't give me what I feel like I deserve, but I've never told them what I deserve, that's on me. And I think it all comes back to the same thing. How you feel about yourself. What value do you offer the world? What value do you bring? How important are you to your family, to your friends, to your planet, to your community, whatever it might be? And how often do you actually put yourself first? Thanks for watching. If you have any comments or questions, I'd love to hear them in the comments below.